Okay, I am here with Ed Martin, State Chairman of Missouri Land of Dana Lash and Gateway Pundit. Ed, great to have you in Boston. What did you think of day one so far?
Well, it's always interesting to come together as a chairman and visit with other chairmen in particular and hear what's going on in other states. So I just was at breakfast and sitting next to one of the folks from Idaho, listening about some of the projects they've undertaken. You know, best practices, like any business or any kind of ongoing concern, best practices is something you have to seek out. That's one of the great benefits here. You know, we've had Newt Gingrich had some great thoughts on. He's always got a way of synthesizing thoughts and challenging us. I thought that was helpful yesterday, and we're getting into the rhythm. So the business meeting starts later today and kicks in tomorrow. So it's important work.
Now, in my opinion, you're one of the more important state chairmen, not just because you're in the same state as some of my friends, but your state is a true swing state, unlike a Massachusetts where we conservatives are always on the defensive, or Georgia where the left is always on the defensive. Your state is a constant battleground. What do you have to do as a chairman to keep yourself on your toes, since you have to sell your brand every single day to get an advantage?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, Missouri is really a bellwether state for a couple of reasons. One, we've got two big urban centers, St. Louis and Kansas City, so we have the significant sort of urban issues, and then we have a real tradition of agriculture, and in between that we have all the institutions you'd expect, churches and universities and all. So the challenge for Republicans, I often tell our team and our folks, how do we stay relevant? And by that I don't mean I don't mean change our positions, but how do we take our core principles and talk about being conservative and understand the Constitution, understanding what we're about, but also communicate to folks where they are. So in St. Louis, you've got a Washington University student who's 21 years old, who's worried about his job and worried about what could be the future, but has different concerns than a 65-year-old farmer in the boot heel. And so we've got to be better at communicating. But look, the best part about being a conservative, and therefore Republican, is that our principles sell because when they're put in action, they lead to better opportunity, more freedom. And so we've also got to be more aggressive. I think sometimes Republicans think we'll win by being sincere, and the fact is we're sincere and we're right, but politics is also a real serious endeavor that you got to play well and play hard.
And you have to market every day. Anything particularly you're looking for here on day two?
On day two, today's a lot of the business meetings. I'm interested in the tech stuff. I think that one of the places where both parties, all the parties, and really every aspect of American life is adjusting to is how to use technology to communicate with folks. And so I'm going to go to the tech meetings and see what I can find out and see what I can learn.
Well, I won't hold you up any further. Ed Martin, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.